Do not obey. Zombie talk. I've seen some fish you cannot explain.
What's up, guys? It's me, Do Not Obey, and let's get into another video. Now we're talking about mimics again. And I have a bunch of questions of what they are, can they really hurt you, why do they bother us, and all of that. So let's get into this video with mimic encounters.
Mom, what's wrong? Mom? Mom, what's wrong? Mom, are you okay, Mom? Mom? She's gone. Mom? Mom? Honey, what's wrong?
A famous TikTok star named Valeria posted a terrifying TikTok that went completely viral, in which a mysterious creature, most likely a mimic, is talking to her, trying to bait her out of her room while she is home alone.
I swear there's someone outside my room. Wait.
What happened next truly shocked her whole fan base. Later on, she explained that it has never happened before, and she was absolutely terrified. Keep watching.
What do I do?
That was the last thing he posted. Since then, not a single update. No one has heard from him again. It's as if he vanished without a trace.
1:30 in the morning. There is some bird hollering away over there.
was watching Reels when I heard the knocking when I asked, "Who are you?" Then, in reply, I heard my own voice.
Hey, कौन? Mama?
So I had a mimic encounter this morning, which is the reason why I'm telling the story outside and not in there. So this morning at about 4 a.m., my husband was getting ready to leave for work. Typically, right before he leaves, he'll go into the bedroom, he'll give me a hug, he'll give me a kiss, and that's my way of knowing that he's leaving. I heard when he disarmed the alarm, when he got in his car, he has a really loud truck. I heard when he turned it on, and I heard when he drove off. At about 6 a.m., I see him walking back into the bedroom. My first thought was that he must have forgotten something. He does work about an hour away, so I figured he probably got all the way to work and realized he forgot something and had to drive all the way back. I see when he walks into the bedroom, and right next to where I'm laying down, like there's like a side table, we had a bag with like a bunch of snacks, protein bars, etc. He goes over there, he starts going through the bag, but he's being like extremely loud about it, like just fumbling, and I hear all the crickling of all the wrappers and stuff. So I kind of look in his direction and say, just take the whole bag, like just take the whole bag with you. He then turns around, walks over to me, gets this close to my face. Mind you, the room is still pretty dark. He gets this close to my face, kisses me, gives me like a really tight hug, and as he's like moving away, he just disappears. Like in a flicker, like a flash, he's just gone. I'm there kind of looking around like, what just happened? Like he was literally just here. And I look down and I see the bag of snacks that were on the table are now on my lap. So I didn't dream it. I didn't imagine it. Like something literally moved that object from that table to me, came to me, and then disappeared. Needless to say, I will be cleansing the house. And I did go back to sleep after that because I don't let things like that really like bother me. I did pray and pretty much let it know that it wasn't welcome there. But this thing was 100% a mimic.
This man was home alone when he heard his daughter calling for him while she was at school.
So, I don't know how to explain this, but my daughter's at school, and I keep hearing something call. Did you hear that? Oh my God. Brooke, are you here? Brooklyn. Oh my God. There's literally no one here. Like,
I was about to sleep and then this happened again. It was around 2 a.m. in the morning. That is my voice. If you don't know what is going on, so see my previous videos. They mimic my voice always, but they don't comment.
ما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلمون ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم من شيء من علمه لما شاء يغفر سوادهم
The doors aggressively rattled, yet no one can be seen on the other side. It's believed the demonic entity known as a mimic steals voices in order to lure its victims to open the door as a way to invite itself into your life.
Gabe? Gabe? It's your mom. You should come out. You've been there for so long. Gabe? Come out. Gabe? Gabe, it's your mother. You should come out.
Then what's your name then?
Okay, well, up next, let's get into can they hurt you?
As somebody who has been a psychic clairvoyant medium, able to see and speak with spirits since a very young age of 4, I cannot, at this time in my life, even count the number of times that this has happened to me, both while I was alone and even when I was surrounded with friends or my children as well. It's even happened with my husband. And the absolute fact that our world has been flooded like never before with demonic entities since last spring, thanks CERN, since they fired up their old Large Hadron Collider, I feel it is super important that I share this information now with you. Because trust and believe, you do not have to be a psychic clairvoyant medium for this to happen to you. And with the absolute outrageous number of demons now in our world, the chances are getting very, very good that it will happen to many more people. I alone have seen 2 women on TikTok just in the past week that have not only experienced this, but actually captured it on film. And guys, it is vital. It is vital you know what it is and how to respond and react. I just made a video the other day about angels. How, yes, you might encounter an angel and a stranger and you don't even know it. So be very careful how you treat strangers. But guys, at the very same time, the chances of you encountering an angel, well, they're just about the same, if not maybe even a little bit less these days, than it is for you to encounter a demon. And just as there are different types of angels, my friends, there are different types of demons as well. And the one I'm going to explain to you now, it is an ugly one. It is a cunning one, and it is lurking and looking for its next victim. Have you ever had this happen to you? Have you ever been in your home, most often alone, when suddenly you hear somebody call out your name? And even weirder, have you heard somebody call out your name, but it sounds identical? You swear it was your own voice? That, my friends, is a mimic. A very, like I said, cunning and powerful, tricky demon, and just like its name, that can mimic the sound of your voice, the voice of a loved one, and in many cases, they can even mimic their appearance in a room. Although it is very rare and less common for a mimic to actually manifest into a person in front of you, whenever you hear your name being called, especially when nobody else is home, and even more so, especially when it sounds like your own voice, that, my friend, is a mimic, a demon. And they are doing it for one sole purpose. Well, with demons, it's never just one reason. But the main reason a mimic will do this is to lure you, to try to get you to go wherever you hear the voice coming from, and try to get you to respond. The other reason demons do what they do is fear. They love fear. They thrive on it. It is like putting gas in their gas tank. Demons find their strength and their power in our fear. They harvest it, they collect it, and they find their immense strength and power through our fear. But ultimately, the mimic will say your name when you know you're alone, oftentimes either in the voice of a loved one that you would trust and go to, or in your own voice, to startle you and make you definitely want to go look for the source and even count, my friend. But one time still stands out in my memory more than ever, because my best friend Andrea and I were home in my home alone, when suddenly we both heard Colette come from the kitchen. The part that really had us freaked out was I was in the middle of a sentence when the word Colette came from my kitchen in my voice, making it absolutely impossible for me to have said my name. Ooh, Andrea, oh, that freaked her out. And I lived in a little house, maybe 600 or 700 square feet. I told Andy, don't look, don't go, don't respond, don't say anything. And I knew immediately it was a mimic because my best friend heard it as well. It also happened once with my boys and Andrea. Try explaining to a 9 and a 3-year-old why mommy's voice just said her name from the other room. Of course they'll come when their name is called by their mom or their dad. Children are often the most easiest and vulnerable targets for mimic demons or for any demon at all. Ultimately, though, mimics will pose or pretend to be, like I said, yourself saying your name, or somebody you know, love, and trust, or another one of their little tricky maneuvers is to pretend to be somebody like a child or a baby in distress. I actually was...
Well, I'm gonna say that by watching these videos and editing this video, I just recalled that I've had at least 3 times that I know for a fact. When I had my oldest son, Karan, I heard him more than once in his room or around our apartment when I knew that he was in daycare and then also in elementary school. I've heard my mother call me when I was around probably in middle school and once in high school. And I've heard my dad call me, and it was probably around middle school and high school as well. So this shit is real. Just saying. Okay, let's get back.
hell is that?
Mom? Hey, sweetie. You're home early. I thought you weren't supposed to be back till next week.
Oh, this is why you should never reply to a mimic.
Is everything okay?
Girl, does it look like...
Everything is fine.
Oh, shit.
Hey, sweetie. How's it going? Sorry I missed your call. You look like you've seen a ghost, girl. What's going on? Sweetie? Baby, what's going on, sweetie? What's going on with you? Sweetie?
It's currently 1 in the morning. My boyfriend is at work. I just heard keys open. There ain't nobody here, y'all. There's nobody here.
After about 30 minutes of talking to the camera, she opened the door and found out something absolutely terrifying. The following footage shows why you should never answer a mimic that is trying to lure you out of the room. It's just never going to end well.
Oh my gosh. My boyfriend is at work. I'm thinking he might come home early. He don't supposed to get off till the morning. After a good, maybe like 5 minutes, I don't hear him moving no more. So I'm like, damn, is he gonna come in the room? Like, you know, like me and the baby in the room. I know he didn't see the baby. I heard that shit clear as day. And there's nobody here but me and my son. Oh my God. All this. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm not gonna let you in. What the f*** is that?
It's a loose list of what not to do. So we don't want to run. We do want to get away from it. And we want to do that as quickly as possible, but don't run. You also don't want to give it any type of energy. As much as you can, try not to pay attention to it. If you're in close proximity, leave. Always. I just do it because I'm the way I am, but always have protection on you. Whatever means protection to you, have that on you so you can even share some around. Maybe have some charms, something like that. Anything, stones, rocks from your driveway that you blessed in whatever way you bless whatever you bless. And if it tries to interact with you, I highly discourage doing that. I know some people comment they want to, they're determined to do it. Free will is a thing. I would never say don't you dare. I mean, I wouldn't. I just don't want to. It's not something I want to do. I also am not about like ghost hunting or anything like that. So, you know, we all do what we want to do. These are just my suggestions.
Now let's jump into maybe some possible ways of getting rid of mimics, which I don't believe that you can from the videos that I have watched. So I threw in a video with some short tips that can help us in this fucked up matrix survive. Okay? So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know if you had any experiences. Leave them in the comments below. And like I always say, do not obey. Stay woke. Peace. Oh, and how can I forget? Have a happy reset of the Matrix, which we call a new year. See you guys soon. Peace.
So her experiences started around 6 years ago when one of her relatives heard her singing in a few rooms over and she was not there. Hearing your voice when you're not there is already terrifying for someone. I can't imagine what would happen if it was like singing. I would probably just immediately pass away. Recently they had something happen to their husband that sent a chill down my spine, and I'm just gonna let her tell you guys what happened.
And then last night,
Well, yesterday, my husband was sitting on the couch and I was in the bathroom, and he said that he felt me give him a kiss on the cheek and whisper hey in his ear.
I don't like the fact that it touched the husband. I don't like that it had enough energy to make contact like that. I don't like it. She's been dealing with this thing around her for a while, and the fact that it's like led up to physical touch really scares me because that thing has gotten powerful. Now, some things to lessen activity would be to 100% completely ignore anything you hear, see, or feel now, I guess. That's helped me a lot, just ignoring things that I see and hear. I've been dealing with this for a while as well. Whenever this first started happening to me, I went into a very deep dive of research as well, and there's really not a lot of information. I found out a lot of my information from people that are dealing with this as well. But from what I've gathered, there's different opinions on what mimics are doing, what they're doing for. So from what I've gathered while looking into all of this stuff, my personal belief on mimics is that they are trying to gain the trust of whoever is seeing, hearing, or feeling these things. But I don't really think that's the case here. That's just always what I've thought for my situation, but I think each mimic can have a different idea of what they're trying to do. Because so many different people are hearing your voice and feeling you and just all of that stuff, it kind of sounds like it's wanting to take your place. Not that in my situation, I think it's trying to get closer to me by mimicking my husband. It seems like it's just trying to shove you out. I could be wrong. That's just what it seems like to me, and that's terrifying. Now, after I have a weird experience or a weird encounter or something, I usually cleanse my space. And I know you said you're a Christian, so I don't know if you're open to that or not, but that has helped me clean out the energy. But like I said, just ignoring it, and I know that's easier said than done, but telling everyone around you to just ignore it is probably your best bet. There is a cord cutting ritual that I haven't tried myself. I told myself if things got bad again, I was gonna do it. That could help you break the ties with this entity. But like I said, I don't know if you're comfortable with that, and if you're not, that's totally okay. This happened to me also when I was a kid. I would have things mimic my parents' voices at my parents' house as well. I don't know if it's the same one that's following me now. I don't really think so, but it's alarming. It's terrifying when it happens.